One of my brothers, Lionel, who had died before I was born, was among my earliest visitors. He often used to come of a morning or evening, and I would talk to him. He was then only a child, but I watched him grow through the years to maturity. He still comes to me. Other spirit children of my own age would also visit me and I would talk aloud to them. It was hearing me speaking apparently to myself on these occasions that was the main source of alarm to my parents. Looking back after long experiences of psychic phenomena, I am convinced that these early visitations were a preparation for my future work, to allow me to accustom myself to their presence and to converse freely with them at all times. My first major psychic experience as a child was in the form of a vision, and its impression remains as vivid today as it was then at the age of 7. It occurred at about 8 o'clock on a sunny May morning when my sister Dolly and I were getting dressed, ready to set off for our daily lessons at the local school. I had a mass of thick black hair, and I was standing before a mirror in front of the window endeavoring to arrange it when I became aware of a movement beyond the window. Looking up, I saw a dazzling vision of a knight in shining armor, poised in the sky. Of majestic, life-size proportions, he was encased from head to foot in armor. Each leg was sheathed in steel plate running right down to his feet and ending in points at the toes. His body was clad in chain mail, on the front of which was a blazing red cross. On his head was a helmet, and, though his face was covered by a visor, I could see a pair of piercing eyes shining through the eye slits. At the back of his helmet he wore a crest, which I could not see sufficiently well to describe, and in front of him he held a two-handed sword pointing to the sky. His right hand grasped the hilt, which was studded with gems, while his left hand gripped his right wrist in support. On his hands were gauntlets. The whole figure, and particularly the sword, glinted dazzlingly like sunlight reflected by snow, and from that moment onward I have always thought of him as my white knight.